at the chocolate created by characters of Roald Dahl. We will be starting at chapter. Chapter 3. Charlie said, tearing fire, brandishing the foul body. We need Mr. Wonka, chuckling lots of bars of ingredients and pans for chocolate making into his suitcase. Have you ever heard of Professor Foul? Charlie asked. That made Mr. Wonka jolt again. Charlie asked excitedly, have you, Mr. Wonka? Yes, that man is an inventor, Mr. Wonka. But he doesn't invent anything and a bad waste of time. Do his inventions work? That's a question you'd have to ask him, Mr. Wonka said. You really are determined to find a way, Oompa Loompa, to come with me, aren't you? Charlie nodded. Well, tell you what, you go to Professor Fowler and see about that invention. If you think it means the Oompa Loompas can come with me, then I'll persuade them. Trust your instincts, Charlie. Go with your gut. Smell the solution. It's all part of the process. He lifted his cane and began bouncing from the fruity fruit, but as he liked to do, all parts of the process of becoming a great chocolatier. Sounds like you need help, my boy, came a voice, and Charlie turned to see his Grandpa Joe in difficulty putting on his jacket and cap. Charlie didn't have much time. He raced out of the factory with old Grandpa Joe hot on his heels, the gate rattling on his hinges behind him. Across they went, in the hope Professor Foulbody's machine might be the very thing Charlie needed to run everything all by himself. Everything all by himself. They walked for miles with Charlie, singing tunes as they went. Veruca, the little brute, had just gone down the garbage chute. What are you singing, Charlie? Grandpa Joe asked. Oh, an old Oompa Loompa song, Charlie said. I remember all the songs they sang the first time we visited the... They are too catchy to forget. Eventually, they came to an unremarkable building. On the other side of town, it was tall and tucked down an alleyway that was sandwiched between similar buildings, washing lines, crisscrossed. The alleyways all took a block with laundry. The clothing HQ was different to the rest, holes all over and seeing at the knees like someone had washed them with a firework. The doorbell was charred and emitting smoke. Okay. I found you, Charlie cheered. I'm sorry to bother you, Professor, but no thank you, came the voice. I just need a minute of time, Charlie said. Absolutely not. Whatever it is that you are studying, I'm certain I don't want it. We should go, Grandpa Joe said. Gently talking Charlie's arm and trying to guide him away. But then Grandpa Joe raised his voice louder for someone to hear through the open window. The man sounded like a fool. Who says no to Wonka chocolate? Immediately the door flew open. Standing in the doorway was tall, rascal man silently singed hair. His eyes were wide and wild. Did you say Wonka chocolate? For home of a supposedly famous and successful professor. The foul-body residence was threadbare. The place looked like one of Willy Wonka's forgotten cupboards, minus the mummified marshmallow. Foul-body eyes Charlie curiously. So you think work with Wonka chocolate, he said, licking his lips. Yes, Charlie said, but I'm here about this. He held up the newspaper clipping. The professor took it carefully in his hands and moved his glasses on the tip of his nose and to inspect it properly. Yes, one of my favorite. Had hoped it would take over the world, but alas, no such luck. Charlie spotted a subterranean machine in the corner of the room, tapped together as if somebody heavy had flattened a curious large pincer jutted out from the side, and that pincer was holding a chunk of gold. Is that asked Max Charlie? Oh no, Professor Falbody laughed. That's something I made when everyone was trying to find those golden tickets in the Wonka bar. Never managed to get distinguished between different types of gold, so it would be snatch things random. There's a different angry Duchess out where the missing golden filling. His eyes grew wide and he began pointing madly at Charlie. I recognized you. You're one of the children, the boy who won the factory. Charlie blushed. We all lived here there now, the whole family, with marshmallow pillows and Wonka chocolate whenever we wanted it. Grandpa Joe said proudly, and it's all thanks to John. You must eat chocolate all day long, Professor Powell said in awe. I was so close to finding a gold ticket, but my machine smashed to pieces before I could. How lucky are you? He scuttered off to the other side the room and returned holding a small box. It was watery white color with a soft glow all over it. This is the Max. Here, take it. The machine is life charging free. It's the feature. How much is it? Charlie asked, reaching out to touch it. Entirely unaffordable, Professor Farbody said, which is why being incredibly generous is selling it to you with a small fee of 10 tons of Wonka bars.
Let me help you. It says, which is why I am being incredibly generous in selling it to you for the small fee of 10 tons of Wonka bars.
Charlie considered the offer. This machine could do
Can.
almost any task, Professor Farabody went on, handing him the instruction manual. It's almost alive, he lowered his voice to a whisper and looked around as if checking for eavesdroppers. It can learn and think for itself. It absorbs everything. It is a mind more powerful than anything else out there, and you can't put a price on that, Charlie beamed. It was just what he needed. 10 tons of walking cardboard. He said, deal. Right.